particularly as it relates to your Nigerian business and your Nigerian versus UK business, you can find in the chambers. But you've got to take the advantage of your membership to be able to, enjoy all those benefits. And that you will do by your participation, robust participation, various activities of the chamber. We have various activities. We have programs, activities. We have a monthly breakfast activity, which has become the event. We have what we call our sharing experiences activity. We had one recently with Jimovia. Our breakfast sessions is a monthly affair, and we have always brought all the known high-profile people in this country to come and speak at those conventions. And where you can also meet people and network, whether online or in physical space. I do hope that sometime in the near future, we'll all be able to get back to the physical space where we can at least see each other face to face. Then you can also participate very actively through your membership of various committees and trade groups. We did mention the various trade groups. If you are in construction, please join the construction and real estate trade group. If your business is in oil and gas, please join the oil and gas trade group. If you are a professional, kindly join the professional services trade group. Through all those networking opportunities, learning opportunities that you get, and the mentorship that some of you will get also from people who have been in there longer than you, then you'll be able to enhance your business. Congratulate you all for becoming members of NBCC and wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you, President. So I would like to please seek your indulgence again to have the inductees put up their videos with the president, the deputy presidents, EXCO and council members. We would also get to the next stage whereby we would have everybody switch on their videos. So please kindly indulge us so we can quickly take a picture. And then for those of us that have badges that was sent earlier, please, you can pull it out. This is what our badge looks like, the latest NBCC members. So if you have that, please put it up close to your chest so they could help aid the pictures. Okay. Mr. CG, can we have your video on, please? Thank you. We'll just take a few more shots. Take a few more shots. Thank you. Now, all members, please join. All other members, please join. Inductees, please still have your badges up when close to your chest. Thank you. Yes. Mr. Charles, you might need to move your screen up a bit. We can't see your face clearly. Yes, that's
Is this okay?
Thank you. Yes, it is. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have some, okay, just a few more. I think some videos have come up. Okay, thank you very much. That's it. So we'll be sharing these pictures on our social media handles, and we will send some to you as well, so you could also help push out online. Like the president mentioned, thank you and welcome to the Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce. This is our second virtual induction, and I must say that the numbers are growing. And we believe that you as ambassadors would help champion the name of the chamber going forward. At this point in time, we'd like to call for questions and answers, or sorry, questions, so that we can answer those questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them now.
Also, if there are comments that you would like to make, please feel very free to make the comments. Thank you. That's really integrated.
Yes, thank you, Chairman, sir. I'm really inspired by your welcome address. I just want to find out, is there any minimum contribution towards the building of the secretariat?
Okay. There is no minimum. There's no minimum donation. It's a donation of free will. Any amount is welcome. And we're going to acknowledge all donations. And we're going to ensure that our records indicate all the donations. So any amount is welcome. Thank you very much. That already tells me that you plan to donate. Thank you. Yes. Any other? Comments or questions? And if there are some words of advice from our past president, Ashwajo Olale, that will be welcome, or for many other members of the ESCO.
Most certainly. Most certainly.
Yeah, Mr. President, sir.
Well, thank you very much, past president.
Yeah, Mr. President, I just want to welcome our new members, and I also wish them well. It's a journey of life they've started today, and I can assure you that you will really enjoy it. You are surely aware that NBCC is the foremost bilateral chamber of commerce in Nigeria. We are the first among equals, but the second to us is a very far second. NBCC is the first, foremost, and very far in the front, because we are very active and we have pedigree built over the years. So I want to encourage our new members that you have taken a right decision by joining NBCC. There's a lot to gain. You've heard from the president the list of our members, their pedigree, and what they can offer. These are things you get at no cost because you are a member. It improves your network facilities. It will also give you the ability to network with high net worth companies and individuals in the economy and even outside this economy, because we are Nigerian British. So you go abroad to England, you meet a lot of people, and the NBCC flagship is very, very important and reputable worldwide. So I want to welcome you. Like it was said by the president, the more you get will depend on how active you are. Some of us joined the chamber over 30 years ago, and we've remained consistent, in taking part. I was president 2003. Oh, I can't remember. I was about 20 years ago. So I'm still.
Looks like we lost Ashwajo Olale.
Oh, I'm still very much on here. Hello.
We can hear him.
We can see him and hear him.
We can hear him.
Okay,
Mr. President, we can.
So I want to appeal. I want to appeal to all of you on a closing note that please do your best to be very active, because the more you give, the more you get. In the sense that if you are very active in our programs, you will have the privilege to meet a lot of people and a lot of companies, and therefore you'll be able to take advantage of why you have joined the chamber. So you are welcome once again, and I wish you very, very, very happy period of membership. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you, new members, Thank you, ESCO members. Thank you, council members. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I contribute?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am.
You can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear.
hear you.
I just want to congratulate the Secretariat for a successful virtual meeting. I'm sure it's taken a lot of skill and planning and arrangements to have such a successful induction meeting. And I think we should appreciate them. And the President is giving tremendous leadership. I just want to congratulate you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I say something, Mr. President, just on my behalf and on behalf of my company? I'd like to thank you for not just the opportunity of being part of this chamber, but also for your sacrifice. I happen to have operated. I mean, we are all running businesses as our day jobs.
Yes.
I know
It can be really hectic.
to provide the kind of leadership that is required to have grown this chamber to where it is must require a great deal of sacrifice and time, in terms of time, in terms of hard work, in terms of just giving of your energy and resources, and to find that this you've created it in a way that it appeals to people like ourselves, companies like ourselves to belong to. It's something that should not go uncomplimented. So I'd like to, at least on behalf of ourselves, thank you for having steered the ship of the chamber to this point, and knowing that this is mostly sacrificial work that you've done. So we'll try to play our own role to at least complement the efforts that you people have made up until this point.
Yes.
Yeah, to sustain the growth and the impact, the social impact that the chamber has managed to achieve until this time. So, my friend, Mr. President, and my professional colleague. So, thank you very much. Yourself and Dr. Delego are two people that, when I look at what you've done, or this, I just feel that just joining the association, the chamber, is just the least that we can do to support the good work that the chamber has done. So thank you very much on behalf of Excel Africa Group for the good work you're doing for our society.
Thank you very much. Again, thank you, Charles. Thank you for your kind words. We will strive to continue to do more. And I would also be able to invite you and the others on this call to join in that effort of building a greater institution than we are today. And I'm sure with this crop of people that we have in the chamber and those joining us today and those that will join in the future, we would even be able to go beyond what we have attained today. Thank you, Charles, and welcome to NBCC, just as I welcome every other person. Now, are there other questions or comments from our inductees today? Anyone? Okay. If there are no comments, is there any? CSS Bookshops. Okay, yes. Please.
That LLOW is my name. Managing Director, CSS Bookshops Limited. I'm sure our company joined for maybe quite some years back. I'm not too sure. I took over just about 3 years ago. From what the moderator said at that time, like there are crests that members can put on during official engagements or functions. If there are, maybe if you can make purchase, I would like to know. Secondly, I want to congratulate the president and the team for a successful induction ceremony that just taking place. I have a feel of what it takes to organize that kind of thing. Though my own association is a small one. I'm the president for Busala Association of Nigeria. And we are presently organizing the first virtual book fair. We couldn't hold the physical book fair this year, so we'll be hosting the virtual book fair from 1st of September to 7th. So I'm also using this opportunity to invite members of the chambers to attend. Maybe I will send the link to join to participate later to the secretariat. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much again, CSS Bookshop representative. That is part of what the chamber does. When you have events, please invite us. I will be there, our members will join you. And as they say, in my own native language, when people look at you in society, they also measure you by the company you keep. So if you have, like I said to you earlier on, and you can check the list of membership of the NBCC, all the companies that you need to know in Nigeria are members. So when you have your event and you see just 5% or 10% of those people turn up, it changes the coloration of that event. I'm surprised that CSS is joining now. I thought you'd have been members since, because one of your former CEOs.
We have been members.
Exactly.
We have been members for quite some years back.
Okay. Exactly. Oh, you've been there.
MD about 3 years ago. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what you are saying. I was surprised. Yes, because I know Ashwaju for LLOW Shibo.
Yes.
He's a very, very active member of the chamber. Yes, and who has been MD of CSS in the past. Thank you. So please feel free to invite the chamber and its membership to your events. We will be there as a chamber, and we will encourage our members to also join you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Other comments? Okay. Yes, Rokakelo Nigeria Limited. Yes, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this great opportunity. When I first heard about the NBCC, I knew I had to join the NBCC. As a student in the UK, completing my first degree and my master's degree, coming back to Nigeria to set up a company. Our company is just 3 years old, so we're quite a very, very young company. And we are focused on waste management, helping to clean the country up. So joining this is a very, very good opportunity for myself and my company. And definitely we will be active and we will participate and we will do our best to take the name of the chamber high. And secondly, the project that's currently ongoing, it's a wonderful project. Check it up before the meeting, and it's a wonderful project. And definitely, we will keep our contribution anonymous, but definitely we'll reach out to make sure that we will contribute our own quota to the development of the project. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you indeed. Okay, so there are no other comments. Ayomide, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can we then proceed?
Yes.
Thank you for all the comments which have been noted. And if there are still things that you would like to ask that you do not remember now, please feel very free. We can send a mail to the chamber. And even if it's meant for me, my email address is very easy. Kayode my private email address, my name, kayodefalowo@gmail.com. You're members of the chamber, so you have access to that. And my telephone number, 080 5570 1026. I know we don't do this all the time, but please feel free to share my number with this very, very wonderful and what I call a select set of the NBCs. Thank you very much. So can we then make progress?
Thank you very much, sir. So the next thing on the agenda is our sponsors presentation. And I'd like to invite Ruth Umbogu. Apologies if I did not pronounce your name properly. She's a protection officer at International Organization for Migration, as well as Aye Olatunde, senior project assistant Migration Management and Counter Trafficking, Lagos, under the IOM organization. Ruth and Aya.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes. My name is Aya Olatunde, and I'll be making this presentation as has been announced with my colleague Ruth. I don't know, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, just. Can you see it now?
Would share it from here, Ruth. Would share the screen. Okay, we can see it now.
Okay, so I'm going to start with talking about what IOM is, what we stand for as IOM, and what it is that we do, and then I'll hand over to my colleague Ruth. So what is IOM? IOM, which is an acronym for the International Organization for Migration, was established in 1951 as the leading intergovernmental organization in the area of migration. And so IOM is committed to the principle that humane and orderly migration benefits migrants and the society as a whole. IOM has over 480 offices and sub-offices worldwide. And in every country where you have IOM presence, we work with partners to assist in meeting the growing operational challenges of migration management, advance understanding of migration issues, encourage social and economic development through migration, as well as upholding the human dignity and well-being of migrants. So with regards to IOM in Nigeria, IOM started in Nigeria in Lagos in 2001 with our biggest program, which is the Assisted Voluntary Return and Reintegration Program. And then in 2002, IOM went on to sign a cooperation agreement. So in every country where IOM works, IOM has to sign an agreement with the country to be able to work in that country. So we signed an agreement with the Nigerian government in 2002. And so that's 2002 launched our official country mission in Nigeria. And we are running several programs and we're doing these programs. So one of our programs is the Emerging Northeast.
I think we lost Aya. Ruth, are you there?
I'm here. Let me see if I can pull up presentation. Sorry, please give us 1 minute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, Aya. Go ahead.
Okay. And so like I was saying, IOM also provides mental health and psychosocial support assistance to crisis-affected populations in the Northeast. And as well in the Northeast, there's what IOM has a tool that IOM works with in the Northeast that is called the Displacement Tracking Matrix. And this basically is aimed at providing information on the location and composition of crisis-affected population. It also works at providing information on identification and the trends and patterns of mobility of these displaced persons in the Northeast. And like I said, our biggest program is the Assisted Voluntary Return and Reintegration Program. And so this program basically aims at providing assistance to stranded migrants in different parts of the country who want to voluntarily come back to Nigeria. So IOM assists in the logistical arrangements, flight arrangements for different categories of migrants. So is it you have victims of trafficking, you have unaccompanied migrant children, you have those who may have traveled for economic reasons, different categories of migrants. And once these migrants come back to Nigeria, IAM provides some kind of in-kind support for these migrants. So they could use the in-kind support to start businesses, for those who may not want to start businesses, because not all, some of these migrants are actually educated people who are working class, and some of them may not want to start businesses. So some of them want to have job placements. Some of these migrants want to go through vocational training. Some of them want educational support. Some of them want medical support. They have all these needs. And so IAM provides these needs for them. And then we also have the Immigration and Border Management Program. So with this program, IAM works with the Nigerian government through the Nigerian Immigration Service. And basically what we do is try to enhance the technical and operational capacity of the NIS to ensure that there's safe and regular movements of persons in and out of Nigeria. So we have, I'm sure some of you may have heard of we had launched what we call the Migration Information and Data Analysis System, MIDAS. So this is basically just aimed at gathering, electronic data of travelers, just to ensure that there's a reduction in irregular migration in and out of Nigeria. We also provide trainings to the Nigerian immigration on, countering document fraud, on general migration and border management issues. Then with regards to labor migration, IAM has supported the implementation of the Labor Migration Action Policy Action Plan, which is generally aimed at managing labor migration and mobilizing diaspora for national development. With regards to that, IAM has established 3 migrant resource centers in Lagos, in Abuja, and in Edo State. So these migrant resource centers are basically aimed at providing information to potential migrants, people who want to travel. It provides them information on, what opportunities are available for them, what kind of job opportunities, how they can migrate regularly. There are even programs for, CV development for those of them who want to get jobs. And the whole aim of the Migrant Resource Center is to ensure that when these migrants travel, they are doing that, with informed, they make informed choices. They have all the information that they require to make the decision to travel. Then with regards to migration and development, IAM aims at enforcing the positive impact of migration on host communities. We take into consideration the fact that migration does not affect only the migrants, but also the communities, the host communities, and the communities of return, and so, rather the communities of origin. And so we aim at facilitating the transfer of skills from those in diaspora. Those in diaspora also improve their communities where when it comes to even maybe like remittances and all. So IAM works to ensure that migration also positively affects, not only positively affects these migrants, but also positively affects the communities from where they come from. Then we have a program on migration and health. So we have 2 migration health centers, whereby in Lagos and in Abuja, whereby intending migrants to countries like New Zealand, Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, America, where they can go and run the required.
I hope. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Ruth, I think please take over. I think we lost Aya again. We only have about 6 more minutes to wrap this up.
Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity. I think since we lost Aye, but I'm seeing she's back. Hello?
Hello,
Aye.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes. So I'll just quickly round up. So with regards to the community stabilization and integration, so I am assist in trying to create conditions for restoration of normal social, economic, and political life. So where you have some kind of crisis, just to ensure that that people who are affected, we are able to restore their basic rights and security. Trying to promote social cohesion. We work with even during politics, to ensure that there's no violent political processes, effective social policies, livelihoods, and service delivery. Sorry, can we go back to the previous slides? The one before this, please. Okay, so with regard to migration policy and research, of course, we all know that for any intervention to be successful, there's need for accurate data. So I am also sponsors, research into different aspects of migration, how to develop policies which will positively affect Nigerians, research into human trafficking and how to prevent and assist victims of human trafficking. Okay, the next slide, please. Okay, so like I said, our biggest program is the AVR program, the Assisted Voluntary Return and Integration Program. So under this program, we've returned over 16,000 Nigerian migrants on over 83 charter flights from over 21 countries of destination and transit. And so most of these flights would land in Lagos. A few of them, of course, land in Abuja. But we work, like I said, we work with partners to ensure a smooth sailing of these migrants back into Nigeria. So when we receive them at the airport, we work with the NCFRMI, which is the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons. We work with the NEMA, we work with the Ministry of Health, we work with Nigerian Immigration Service, with NAPTIP. And so we have a lay-down process. And once these returnees come back, they are profiled at the airport, and then we provide one-day accommodation for them, because of course we don't expect that once they land, they just start going back to where they come from. And so we keep them for one night for them to rest, and then we provide them with an onboard transportation allowance, just a small amount of money, which they can use as transportation back home. And of course, when they get back home, that's when we go into the issues of reintegration and provide the businesses for them, or job placements, and whatever other kind of assistance they will need. So I will hand over to Ruth to talk about, where does the private sector come in this engagement. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aye. I'll go ahead and just talk about what we envisage, or what we see from our end as being the potential areas of partnerships and synergies, or where we could work together with the private sector in regards to the Nigerians who are coming back. One of the things I'd like to also highlight is that this group of over 16,000 Nigerians who come back, over 80% are between the age of 18 and 35. So these are fairly youthful individuals, vibrant individuals. Some have acquired some skills in the migration process. It's a very heterogeneous group. They are those who have some education, there are those who have more skills and education. It varies. But where we saw that we could work with the various the members of the Chambers of Commerce is to see how we could work together in terms of providing more sustainable solutions for these Nigerians who come back. As you all know, there's quite a high level of unemployment. But even within this environment, there's still opportunities. So what IAM does is that we do provide in-kind support or grants to help them start their business, but there's still various areas we could work with the private sector. So whether it's as part of your CSR arm, as part of contributing a quota to be able to support these young migrants who come back. It could be as an employer where we would do the selection depending on the criteria that you provide for us in terms of the kind of competencies that you're looking for, that we could look through our database and see the persons who match this particular needs and then refer them to your organization. But also we could work with the private sector as a partner. So let's say, for example, if you do have a training institution or you are a manufacturing firm, let's see how they have, majority of them, we help them start small scale businesses. How can they connect to the supply chain that you're already working in? Perhaps they could provide some basic goods or basic services that you need. So just seeing how we can be able to connect them to the actors in the private sector. As I said, these are young people between the age of 18 to 35. So persons may not be very familiar with the business terrain as a lot of the veterans who may be here or the organizations represented here. So perhaps they would benefit from some mentorship or some coaching. So somebody just to give them that sense of advice and direction so that even as they start their businesses, they get to know exactly what to do in the current terrain and even like what adaptive measures should they take in view of COVID. Then also as an innovator, perhaps there are members who are involved in technology to see how then with the new things that are coming up to adapt to the new realities of business now, seeing how we could work together, the private sector, to see how we can partner with the private sector. So we see this as an opportunity for shared responsibility, as has been mentioned by IA, that IAM works very closely with the government. So it will not be we're not requesting the private sector to take on 100% responsibility. What we're asking for is an opportunity for partnership between the public sector, the private sector, and us as development partners to see how can we provide a better matching opportunities for these individuals so that it can also contribute to better outcomes in your business. Perhaps you could benefit from the migrants who come back with different skills. They've maybe been involved in the construction industry in another country. They could come in with some skills or added advantage that could add value to your business. So seeing how we can jointly work together to assist these individuals. We see there being an opportunity for partnership, as you can see from this slide. They're the strengths that we come with as IOM. They're the areas that we see as areas of common ground. And then there's the expertise that we see that is readily available within the private sector within Nigeria. So as for IAM, as Aya has mentioned, for these individuals who've come back, sorry, if you could please go back to the previous slide. For the individuals who've come back, at the moment we offer them packages to start their businesses. So, and we also we've also worked with some communities to establish some factories, although in Edo State, but we're looking to expand, again, those possibilities or opportunities with other states as well. And then we also work very closely with governments like Federal Ministry of Labor. We work very closely with them in this particular aspect. So these are the partnerships that we're bringing to the table. So we could provide opportunities with the private sector again for that public-private policy dialogue, particularly in view of all the things that are happening now with COVID. There's a lot of changes, a lot of pivoting that businesses would need to do to be able to adapt to the current realities. We're looking for a way in which we can be able to combine resources. So at the same time contributing to the bottom line or still addressing the concerns that you may have about the bottom line, but seeing how we can work together with the opportunities at hand to be able to support these individuals as they start their businesses, or whether they're going to come to you for mentorship or for job opportunities. One of the reasons why we wanted to partner with the private sector is because we see as the experts when it comes to business in Nigeria. You have the expertise when it comes to the policy, the environment, how to do business in Nigeria. There's a wealth of experience within the companies represented here. And so we see that there's opportunities for various kinds of partnership. So whether it's a sole proprietor company or a partnership or a small to medium-sized enterprise, seeing how we can link these individuals to existing supply chains and how we could work together to provide support. Sorry, if you could please go back to the previous slide. I just wanted to highlight something. Again, also with multinationals, and I just wanted to highlight, like currently we've been working with Google, for example, to provide trainings to these individuals on digital skills. And we've also identified another organization by the name of Halogen who are willing to also provide job placement opportunities. So these are the things that we're looking at, ways in which you can be able to work with the members of the chamber to be able to see how we can create more synergies. From our end, we'll be able to provide more accurate information in terms of issues related to migration. We'll be happy to work with the private sector in terms of even when it comes to financing opportunities that could be available to these individuals. What innovative ideas are there that we could work together to be able to provide sustainable options for these young Nigerians who are coming back. Perhaps you do have apprenticeship opportunities or internship opportunities, or you could be available to provide some form of mentorship to these migrants who've come back or the Nigerians who've come back. Or perhaps you deliver training programs. So there are various avenues or various ways in which we could be able to work together. Again, for us as a development actor, we are keen on helping member states or different countries to ensure that individuals who live and travel to other countries do so in a safe manner. So from our end, we'll be happy to, again, provide that kind of information, seeing how issues of trafficking could also be addressed, and addressing any concerns or questions that any members may have when it relates to trafficking, as some of them are actually deceived when they travel. They might not even know maybe they're promised opportunities and it turns out to be something different. So why would you be interested in partnering, or why should the chamber consider, or the members consider working together with IOM? We see this as an opportunity to give back to society, give back to the community. So it could be part of the CSR. We could work jointly with organizations present. Again, as I'd mentioned, some of the youth who are coming back are skillful. They have high levels of education. They could be actually an asset to the organization. And then we can work together to see, how you could get, would help with the profiling, but to work together with the private sector as well as the Federal Ministry of Labor to see how we could get the best suited candidates to work with you. But also apart from that, as I mentioned earlier, even if there are opportunities for apprenticeship or mentorship, again, these are all welcome. And again, partnership with us also demonstrate your company's or organization's commitment to address issues like trafficking, which are very concerning, as well as irregular migration. So that is it from our side. I don't know if there are any questions, comments, and we'd like to thank you so much for this opportunity, for allowing us to provide this presentation. Thank you so much, and over.
Okay, thank you very much, IOM, for the presentation and for the proposed partnership with the private sector, and particularly our own members. Are there questions or clarifications that anybody will require? And we must also thank you for your sponsorship of this event. We appreciate, and we'll see in what ways we can collaborate to achieve your objectives. So are there questions from the audience and our members for IOM?
Good afternoon. My name is Mrs. Adenike Birogba of Nikitaros Nigeria Limited. I'll appreciate if IOM can send us a contact detail, because we sometimes have, in our company, we have a kind of CSR that we do for various kinds of either displaced or disabled people. So if they can contact us, we'll look at how we can partner with them. Nikitaros Nigeria Limited.
Thank you very much. So you can obtain their contact details from the Secretariat of the Chamber, and then you have an offer there from Nikitaros. So thank you very much, Nikitaros. Other comments or questions? I can see that you have a partnership with the UK Aid and the United Nations Migrations, so, and the German Corporation. So you seem to have corporations across many nations. All right, is that the model?
Yes, okay. I'll say IOM is also the UN Migration Agency. So we currently work with several governments. So we work with the European Union, we work with the UK government, we work with the, we work with the German Corporation. So these are partners that we work with in terms of the current programs that we do, as well as with the Nigerian government.
So which one of our government agencies in Nigeria is your primary point of contact?
Okay, at this point, we work with the newly established Humanitarian Affairs Ministry. We work with Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We work with Ministry of Health. We work with Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. And then we also work with NIS in terms of the immigration aspect. So, and also with NAPTIC when it comes to issues of trafficking. So at the federal level, we do work with various ministries, including even ministries of justice, and even at the state levels. So both at the federal and state level, we engage government partners.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Other comments or questions for IOM, please? Okay. If there are no other comments, thank you very much, IOM. Thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you for this presentation, very beautiful presentation, and it's great work you are doing. Please we'll continue the conversation, and the Secretariat would make the necessary links between you and parties that are willing to collaborate with you. As a chamber, we support the kind of work you are doing, and we believe that those who wish to also support amongst our membership will gladly do so. So please keep in touch with our membership directorate, Ayomide Olajide, who will be able to ensure that that interface is close between yourselves and those who would like to support from our membership base. Thank you. So Ayomide.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Aye. So the next thing would be for us to round up the information that we would like to pass across to the new members, and it also serves as a refresher to our existing members. So President had mentioned during his opening address that we do have several committees as well as trade groups. We will be sending you an email after this meeting indicating, so you could indicate your interest in any of the committees. What we do is we collate those names and use it as a point of reference in case there are vacancies on the committees of the chamber or the trade group. But just so that you know, given your involvement with NBCC now, you will be categorized into your individual sectors, and we will be including you in WhatsApp and trade group emails and WhatsApp. In addition to what I also just mentioned, we do send out weekly newsletters. We actually do have a new name for it, but I'm not going to unveil it now. So please watch out for the next newsletter that's going to be sent out later on this week. And we also send out monthly newsletters to financial members of the chamber. So in as much as you are already new members, it indicates that you're financial members. So I would just mention that our financial year is January to December. But we'll be sending you more information shortly about some of the restructuring that we're doing. So please ensure that you read our newsletters when we send them. They're actually very necessary information that you would require at each point in time during the chamber, also as your members of the chamber. We also do have discounts from service providers, and also, like I mentioned, we'll send an email as well as your membership cards. Those cards would give you access to an array of members within the chamber that have given us discounts on their services or products for the benefits of the chamber. We also would be requiring you to send in your logos as well as your contact information that we would be putting on the website directory. We also are going to be unveiling our new website very shortly. I won't also spill too much of that, so please watch out for that space too as well. The president had mentioned earlier that the pledge forms should be sent to the secretariat. I do know that quite a lot of people have sent in theirs, but in the event that you have missed yours out, please feel free to do that immediately after this so we could actually document all your procedures accurately and your information accurately. So I would also like to introduce myself. Apologies, I didn't do that earlier on. My name is Ayomide Olajide. I'm the Director of Programs and Membership. And with me working at the Secretariat under the Membership Department is Osareme Oku, who I'm sure each and every one of you know. He's always the one calling and ensuring that you send in your the necessary information. So I would like to hand over now to the Deputy President, Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi, but please feel free to contact us if you need clarification on any information. Let us know. We're here to serve you. And if you also do have suggestions on how we can serve you better, please feel free to let us know. In addition, we actually are going to assign you a relationship manager too as well. So they will be contacting you to just find out how your business is faring, how you would like the chamber to assist you at each point in time. You would get those information very shortly. So I'll wrap up now and hand over to the Deputy President, Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi, to give the announcements and vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Ayomide. Thank you for your support throughout all of this. I would also like to use the opportunity to thank the entire Secretariat team for the successful event and all the members who have stayed with us from beginning to the end. We really would not have done this without your support. I again join the President to congratulate all our new members. Thank you very much for taking the leap of faith to join the foremost bilateral chamber in Nigeria. I can assure you that you're in for exciting times ahead. I would like to thank specifically our sponsors for this event, IOM. It's been great partnering with you for this event. Thank you very much for your support. Like the President has said, we have a host of activities lined up for the rest of the year. I'm sure some of you have been following some of our activities from the beginning of the year, particularly even this period of COVID. You know, we haven't rested on our hours, and we don't intend to do so. We intend to continue to bring value and give value to our members. So the next in the lineup of events is coming up on the 15th of October, and it focuses on the telecommunication sector post-COVID. Thereafter, we're going to have some events in the construction and real estate webinar. We also have a global investment conference. Like the President had said, typically in June, we would have gone for our trade, we would have done the trade mission to the UK. Unfortunately, COVID happened, but we didn't let that stop us. We had the Opportunity Nigerian Conference in June, and now we're having the Global Investment Conference, which will feature a virtual exhibition and also feature a conference on the future of trade and investment in Africa. It's happening on the 17th of September. Further details will be made available by the Secretariat. It's an opportunity for you to join us as participants. And of course, you have opportunity to sponsor, to give visibility to your various brands and businesses. We have also forthcoming the Advocacy Roundtable and the MSME clinics. We're always constantly busy at the Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce, and you can follow us on social media. Our social media handles as displayed on the screen. So without much ado, I would like to thank past presidents, Chief Olawale Cole, who has stayed with us from the beginning to the end of this event. Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure having you. I would also like to thank Mrs. Fisher. Thank you so much for staying with us from the beginning to the end, Mrs. Anayi, all our patrons and ESCO members and council members. Thank you very much, President. I mean, of course, you are the host, but indeed, you have also been an exceptional host. And to all our new members and our existing members, I say thank you and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. God bless.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Deputy President.
See all of you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
everyone.
Yeah, well done, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Very
you,
well
sir.
done. Very well done.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Thank you.
And a big welcome to all the new inductees.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Fisher. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank